Right, pride of London. London is blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Middles FC, let's have it right. Middles FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in tonight on the Minerals FC, guys. First and foremost, guys, you know what time it is. Every single one of you, I want you to smash to pieces that like button. We should have over 100 likes without even starting. Let's have it right. Hit that like button. If you ain't already subscribed to the channel. We're on the road to 5K. We're very close to the 5K. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We've got obviously the Minerals FC membership, which is pinned at the top of the live chat, and it's also down in the description below. And we've got all the recent streams if you scroll down on the channel, and you can go and drink in all the minerals that have been landed continuously day after day. And also, don't forget to hit your notification button. You got to hit the notification button so you know when I go live, especially when YouTube mess up the algorithm and then you don't know what's happening. You don't know what's happening. But right now we're live. We're going to enjoy a fantastic show. But before we do anything, and obviously I'm going to shout you lot out. So I want every single one of you in the comments, let me know that you are here and I'll shout you out. But firstly, let's drink all the rivals, the haters, UEFA, all the campaign against Chelsea agenda merchants tears, every single one of them. Cheers. Right. Big up, everyone. We're going to have a blinder. We're absolutely buzzing. Ferrari Enzo Day is today. We know he's flown in. But before we get into that, let's obviously shout everyone out. We've got Richard in here. Big up to Richard. Big up Johnny. Big up Mr. Minerals, Medina, Cameron, Nutty Blue. We got Chelsea Dan, my member. Big up to you, Geezer. Foot Outlaw. Who else we got in here? Who else? We got Chambers in here. We got Leo's in here. Big up to Leo. Big up to our splendid British Patriot, my Geezer. We got CFC Lewis. We got Bobby Fairview, KRF008. You know what time it is. Big up to Francis as well. We got Captain Crunch in here. DJ Sav, big up to you, Geezer. Daniel's in here. Sid Dibra. We got Mickey Joy Boy, my Geezer. Martin Dixon, Gabriel, Billy, Louis, Lee Taylor. Who else we got? Juan CFC. Big up to you, Geezer. Lovely to see you live and locked in. We got, who else we got in here, guys? Hannah's in here. Big up to Hannah, up to Chelsea. Top Bins is in here. He's big up, Joy. Chelsea are back. Hold on, we never went away. London is blue. Rivals, never forget it. Up to Chelsea, up to Minerals FC. Big up to you, Top Bins. Derek's in here. Big up to you. Who else? Who else? Who else? Quickly. Walter's in here. We got Richie in here. Vaclav, Diego Costa, my geezer. Let's have it right. Up to Chelsea. Keep landing your minerals, my man. We got loads of you. Mitchy Boy, geezer, my member. We got Dale in here, my member. All of you guys, man. All of you guys. Sean's in here. Lee Rose in here. Dominic, my member as well. Who else? Faded. Come on. Ludovic is in here. Come on. Tom, JP, McGuinness. Come on, geezer. Johnny, let's have it right. Got goosebumps watching the intro. Big up to you, man. That's the effect. Every time Minerals FC's on, we want to get it, set the tone. And the intro sets the tone, guys. Daniel's in, he says, smash the likes. Guys, we've got over 150 people in here. Every single one of you hit that like button. We should have 150 odd likes already. Come on. Let's start it early. Carefree Kev, my geezer. Guys in here. We got Johnny in here. Opines in here. Up the Minerals, just like you predicted. Enzo is ours. 100%. 105%. Number 5 for Enzo. Let's hit the 5K for Enzo. His number, taken off Georgie. Come on. Makes sense, guys. CFC Fan 1, Hydra's in here. We got Agite as well. Big up Femi as well, as always. Anabolic steroids. What a name. And a special shout out to Human Kebab. I see you last minutes of last night's stream. Big up to Human Kebab as well. We got JP Dog in here. We got DR Disco Cookie CFC. Big up to you, geezer. Minerals Enzo. Let's have it right. You know the deal. Danny's in here. Shane, Catch Surfers, Robert, Immortal Technique. Come on, guys. Big up to all you guys. Your commitment is just relentless and it's fantastic. Adam Rated R's in here. We got CFC Callum. Come on, guys. Big up to all you guys. Merrick's in here. Hey, CFC. All you guys, let me know you're here. Smash that like button. Let's get over the 170 likes. We've got over 170 people in here. It's going to go up, guys, because we land the minerals and we're popping off. So, guys, also let us know in the chat what likes we're on as well. So, a lot's happened. Blimey. You know what? I'm knackered. Got back from work and I'm just like, no, man, we got to land the minerals tonight. I was going to let it slide till tomorrow. I was like, no, it's got to be done tonight. The amount of rattling that we've done, the feathers, mate. The feathers are rattled, mate. Yeah, all over the gaff. All the agenda merchants, all the rivals, the whole campaign against Chelsea has come to life again as usual, but it was never gone. It's always been there and it's back with a bang. And today, what am I hearing, mate? I heard on Talk Sport, Goldstein, Darren Bent. Shout out to Darren Bent, in fact. He was back in Chelsea. He says, I love it. I think it's great they're spending all this money. I think it's fantastic. And then what does Goldstein say? He goes out, well, I think, what live callers come in and let us know what you think. Should it be, compulsory to have at least one or two homegrown players playing in the first team, by law? Like, what's that all about? No one was pushing that narrative before we spent all this money. All of a sudden, they're trying to push this narrative now. No, mate, have they not seen how much youth, how much talent has come from Cobham that we play in our first team? Like, where have they been? Go and look at all the other clubs. Go and look at Manchester City. We don't need the same agenda for Manchester City. How many homegrowns they got? What, Foden? That's it. One player. Yeah, look at us. We got Trev Baresi, Minerals Man, Beast James. We've had Callum Hudson-Odoi. We've had Tammy Abraham. We've had Gilmore. We've got Conor Gallagher. Like, we got all these players, man. We got Loftus-Cheek. We got more homegrown players than any other team, any top 6 team, yeah, or top 7 team. We got the most homegrown players. right? So why are they landing this agenda? What? Because we're throwing money about. We're literally doing this all day long. It's fantastic. Like, come on, guys, listen to the narratives that are going out. And I have to address it straight away before we get started. I have to address it because I heard it recently over the last couple of hours. And that's the narrative being set. And at the end of the day, if we didn't go and spend our 300 plus million this window, and we spent another, 300 million last window, which is taking us just over 600 million. Yeah, we spent in 2 windows. Yeah, we wouldn't hear this narrative. Where was this narrative before? Where was it before, guys? Where was it before? You know, we're going to get into all the news that's broken out today, obviously. And I want to address something else as well. I get a lot of wrongings in my mentions. Oh, is it brown envelopes? It's not brown envelopes now, is it? Well, listen, let's have it right. How about the brown envelopes actually done their job? You know, how about they told the truth for once? Yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. There's nothing to mention now. Nothing to mention now. But at the end of the day, don't come at me saying, oh, where's your apologies? Fuck your apologies. They don't get no apologies, mate. All the cock-ups, all the false narratives that they're pushing down our throats and on our timeline. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, yeah. You're not talking about them now. Listen, there's plenty of cock-ups that have happened over this window, yeah? There's plenty. But let's address something then, yeah? You go on about all the brown envelopes, yeah? Like I say, and expose them. That's all I do. But when they do their job, we applaud them, don't we? We say, well done, well done. But what happened when Ornstein announced that Enzo was having his medical? Yeah. I don't know if anyone clocked onto that. Ornstein said that Enzo's having his medical. It was broadcasted on Sky Sports that he's having his medical. And we haven't even had the, here we go. We haven't had the agreement has been met by both clubs. None of that. All we're hearing is still negotiations. And all of a sudden, Fabrizio goes on his show and it was live on my stream. We all heard it last night, yesterday, before the first stream yesterday. And what did Fabrizio say? No, there's no medical. So he's basically trying to mud Ornstein. But Ornstein's the one that broke out the news that had the medical. Now, if you really want to dig it deep, and this is where I exposed the situation, the plot, the narrative, and all that, the bottom line is what happened there is it was true. Ornstein was reporting the truth that Enzo had his medical. It was already done. But Fabrizio didn't get the go-ahead to confirm that. Ornstein went ahead of the where he should have maybe held off a little bit. He went ahead of the game. And what did they do? They used Fabrizio Romano with the level of platform that he's got and the following to say it's not happening. There isn't a medical happening. Why? Because it helps the negotiations of Benfica. It helps. He gets the messages. You saw him on his phone, guys. He's on the phone like that. Non-stop waiting. We knew it was a here we go. I told you guys 5 days ago now. 5 days ago, I told everyone this deal, if we're going to strike on Enzo, we are going to strike day before deadline day and deadline day. That's when we're going to hit on and heat it up with Enzo. And that's exactly what happened. And I ain't no ITK. I ain't got like sources like that. I can just tell. I just understand how the game works. It's common sense. Yeah. And that was our number one target. So we've gone out and done that. And then everything else was all theatrics and pantomime. And what time did I say to you guys? I said to my mate straight, I said 10 o'clock they're going to announce it. And what time did they announce it? 10 o'clock. Enzo gets the here we go from Fabrizio. And Fabrizio had to give the here we go. He's waiting all that time to give the here we go. This is how the plot is. This is how the plot goes. Yeah. My gut feeling, 100%, it was going through. I said it on 2 streams ago. I said, don't worry, chill. We're going to get this player signed. And we have signed him. We have signed him. All the other stuff after that, he's got to fly over and this and that. All good. No worries. We don't care. The fact is it was done before deadline day. So when you talk about brown envelopes, when you talk about the hierarchy and the orders they get and how the clubs and agents use these journalists to control things or try to control negotiations, timings, everything. This is what I talk about. This is what I expose because it's happened so many times. It happened in the first summer window under Bowley and our new ownership. And a lot of cock-ups happened. A lot of false information was put out. This time, they've learned, I think they've learned because they've gone in with certain players and they've just got the deal done. There's no sort of comebacks or there's no misinformation. But what happened to, they were linking us to the United midfielder that United loaned last night. They were linking Chelsea to. We weren't in for that player, so they were using our name. Why? Maybe to get a better loan deal. That Bayern Munich wanted to get a better loan deal out of Man United. Do you know what I mean? That's the going rate. Casado. What happened to Casado? I thought we were going in for Casado. No, we're not going in for Casado. We're going in for Enzo Fernandez, mate. That's what we're going for. Yeah. And what happened to Arsenal? Big bollocks Arsenal. Biggest club, are they? Yeah. Don't make me laugh. Where's your minerals at? Where's your money at? You see, all these clubs and all these media platforms, what do they go and do? They bitch and moan about Chelsea Football Club spending all this money, right? All right, saying, "Oh, we've found the loophole." The loophole's always been there. It's always been there. Do you know what it is? It's the minerals, mate. It's the bollocks to take that risk and put these players on long contracts. That's the risk, because it can go wrong. It can go wrong. But we've been ballsy. We've gone in the market. We've taken advantage of a so-called loophole, and fair play to Bowley for doing that. I think it's a fantastic move by not just Bowley, but Egbali, Clear Lake Capital. They're billionaires. They know the deal. We got over, I think one of the consortiums got over 400 billion, mate. You know, we're absolutely massive. We're caked. You know, we're stacked, mate. We could do whatever we want. You know, we're so powerful. And this two transfer windows are showing everyone, hey, we're here and we're not going to stop. We're going to keep going. And until we get at Chelsea right to the top where we belong in the Premier League and winning titles and going on in Champions Leagues, we ain't stopping. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep buying quality players. And that is the mentality. It's a winning mentality. It's an ambitious mentality. And everyone's jealous of it. That's why. Because their clubs, Arsenal, Kroenke, he's got loads of money. Loads of it. Where are you spending it? You ain't got ambition, mate. You don't give a shit. You're like the Glazers. You just sit back and you let other people deal with it. But you don't hand over the keys to the bank account. That's the difference. Chelsea are showing that they care and that they're ambitious. And this is what it's about. This is what it's about. Man United have got money, but the fundamental fact is the difference between us and every other club around the world is that we're debt-free. Respect to Don Roman Abramovich, wiped off the 1.52 billion. And because of that, for that fundamental fact, that is why Egbali and Bowley and Clearlake can go in the market and act the way they're acting, because on the books, we're clean. We're clean. We haven't got debts. And that's a massive thing. That's what's scary about how we can go into every market, every window, and literally just buy what we want. That's what I'm talking about. If we had the 1.5 billion debts still owed to Roman, and they bought the club, you don't move as ballsy as this, as strong as this, because you can't. Financially on the books, you can't do it. But right now we can. So everyone has to respect and appreciate what Roman's done. Everyone has to respect that. And let's have it fucking right, yeah? We are the biggest club in London. No one can touch us, all right? And I hear all these Arsenal goons and all that coming out that they're bigger and this and that. They ain't bigger than Chelsea. They're nowhere near Chelsea. Every club in London's nowhere near Chelsea. We're fucking elite, mate, yeah? Come and get your Champions Leagues, Cup Winners' Cups, your fucking Super Cups, Club World Cups, and come, maybe you can have a conversation. But right now, you can't say shit. Yeah, and you're all jealous because we're spending the money and we're buying not just fucking players and paying over the odds. We're buying really good young talent. All right, we're paying money like Enzo Fernandez, who's a World Cup winner. Yes, we have to be a little bit skeptical, a little bit apprehensive with buying World Cup players, but you can clear as day see before the World Cup and after his quality shines through. So it's like, for me, it's not really a risk. He's at the right age. He's coming to Chelsea. We've got João Felix, Mudryk, Noni, Badashile, Andre Santos scoring another goal again. Do you know, it's like when you put it together and then you put our squad at the moment. I'm going to bring up the squad. I've got an image. We're going to bring up the squad and we're going to go through the squad because I'll tell you what, it's scary. It's scary. Rivals are wetting themselves. Literally. Now, I know we've been suffering injuries, and I've always said we've got good enough players to go and challenge. It's just we've had a really topsy-turvy moment. But listen, all you rats, all you jealous little wrong'uns that came out and laughed at us while we were going through the sanctions and said to us, we're finished with Roman Abramovich, that we're in the gutter, we're done. Listen, we're fucking even going above that level. Roman's laid these foundations, won the lot, set the tone, and these guys have come in now and actually showing ambition and being ballsy and blowing away. I mean, historically, this window is just number one through the roof. I haven't seen it. No one's witnessed this window. You've got to respect that. This is intent, and we ain't even got started. We haven't got started, guys. Guys, there's almost 300 people in here. Every single one of you, I want you to smash the likes. If you haven't subscribed, guys, hit the subscribe button. I'm very close to the 5K. Very important for me as a channel. And obviously, I appreciate everyone involved in the show and on this platform. And respect goes out to every single one of you. But I'm landing minerals right now. I'm sick of hearing Talk Sports, Sky Sports, all putting out their agendas. Tony Pulis, you wrongin'. Have you not seen our squad? Have you not seen Mason Mount and Reece James balling out season after season? First teamers, and you're talking about bringing you through. What are they smoking, man? What are they smoking? I just can't believe it. I can't believe that narrative's been pushed out. Where's the same energy for all the other clubs? You go look at Man United. How many have Man United got? McTominay? Is that it? Who else? Name me another Man United youth player that's in the squad. I can't think of one. Is Rashford one of them? I think he wasn't he? Was Rashford one of them? It's two. Yeah? Arsenal. They've got few. Fair play to them. But it takes 4 years for Arsenal. We've gone in and fucking 6 months and we're just doing our rebuild like it's nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing. It's no sweat. Absolutely no sweat at all. Yeah? And that's what's scary, is that even if we don't get the Champions League, it doesn't matter. We're sitting 10th. And we're pulling in signings like this. A World Cup winner's coming to Chelsea because he wants to play at Chelsea. Mudryk wanted to come to Chelsea. We're the biggest club in London. We got history. We got heritage. We got European pedigree. When you talk about... Right, anyway, breaking news, guys. Smash that like button. We're going to land the minerals right now because none than the other. We have now got the Minerals General here has been unveiled. Where is it? Here we are. This is class, mate. Guys, there's over 300 of you in here. Smash to pieces that like button. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Ferrari Minerals Fernandez is signed at Chelsea Football Club. We're in the number 5. Everyone, drink in the minerals. What a baller. We've got our football club. This guy in the midfield has changed the whole dynamics. He's a major piece. He's not the final piece, but he's a major piece to this rebuild. And everything he's got in his locker, we've been starving for a player like this. We've been absolutely starving. Built like a pit bull. Yeah, minerals. He's Argentinian. He's got flair. He's got winning mentality. He comes with the most expensive transfer in the Premier League history. Yeah, like we're ruining football. Yeah, we love ruining football. Let's have it right. We love ruining football. But let me bring this up. Because when you talk about the most expensive, yeah, all right, look at who's ruining football. When you want to talk about ruining football, who's ruining football? Yeah, what about PSG? Where's that narrative about ruining football? Look at how they inflated the market with Neymar and Mbappe. Look at Barcelona, Brocolona. Where are you? You're in the mud with your injury-prone Dembele. Yeah, literally. I bet all you FIFA merchants, all you see is the red cross next to his name. You can't even play him in your squad. Yeah, he's one of them ones. All right. Then you got what? Liverpool again, Barcelona again. Isn't that interesting? The whole of La Liga there, and then Chelsea are what? Where are we? Sixth on that list. You got Grealish, 100 million or whatever, 100 million. Hazard there, but Hazard's a legend. Do you know what I mean? But look at us. That was Real Madrid that paid the money for Hazard. So when you talk about the most expensive transfers, Chelsea ain't it. It's just that suits your narrative. It suits your narrative to push that out against Chelsea because everyone is wetting themselves with Chelsea Football Club. It's as simple as that, guys. We have to respect that. We acknowledge that. And that's it. Do you know what I mean? Let's have it right. Let's have it right, guys. He's holding the shirt, mate. He's holding the shirt. He's holding the shirt. I thought that is... Why is it not on the Chelsea Twitter yet? Why is it not on the Chelsea Twitter? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. All right, this one as well. This is going to rattle everyone. This one's going to rattle everyone. Guys, we've got almost 400 people in here. I want you to smash to pieces that like button. Get me those 400 likes. Subscribe, all that jazz. Respect to every single one of you in here enjoying the minerals while United are playing Carabao Cup against Nottingham Forest. This is much more lively. This is much more lively. All right, guys. Let's put this up. Big up to Quino in here. He's landing the minerals. He always does. Let's put this up because this is the minerals here.
One of the rules with regards to Champions League squads, and then this will start to make it a little bit clear as to how all these players will play in the Champions League for the second phase of the season. As of the round of 16, a club may register a maximum of 3 new eligible players for the remaining matches in the current competition. Such registration must be completed by the 2nd of January 2023 at the latest. The deadline cannot be extended. Each club is entitled to register an unlimited number of players on List B during the season. Now, List B is players born after January 2001, which means
so
they're under the age.
It is wrong what he's saying. So my point is this, though. Look at the way that they put it out and broadcast it on their platform. They don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know what they're talking about. We have to pick 3 players. 3 players out of the signings, yeah? So at the end of the day, what players are we going to pick? Enzo. We have to pick Enzo. 105%. And what else are we going to pick? We're going to pick Mudryk. And the final player that I'm picking, João Felix. Now, what happens to Badashile? Is he not allowed to play? Aren't you allowed to play if you're young at a young age? Aren't you allowed to play if you're at a younger age? Or is that completely wrong, the 2001? My thing is this, guys, is that we have to pick those 3 players I've mentioned because I think those are the ones. We will go with those 3 players. But false information is shocking, guys, on Sky Sports. On Sky Sports, that's shocking. Right. So like I wish it was true that we could just throw everyone in there. But for me, Mudryk, Enzo, and Felix, I'm sure you all agree, are the 3 players that we should be picking for our Champions League campaign. Pulisic, he don't get in. Sterling, he's going to have to work hard. Aubameyang, he don't get in. Did you all hear about Aubameyang transfer deadline day? You know that there was who was interested in him? Was it Premier League club? He didn't want to go. or he can only go to Barcelona, whatever the narrative is. The bottom line is, I don't think that we've got any long-term plans for him. Now, let's talk about something here. Let's talk about Hakim Ziyech. Yeah, Hakim Ziyech. His deal's fallen through, and I'm pissed off that it's fallen through because I want this guy at the club. And that is a bit of a howler. It's a bit of a howler in the sense that I wanted him out and I don't want him in the squad. It's clear that he wanted to go. That's why I have my certain agendas on this player. Is I've just been backed 119% that I am correct in what I say and that Hakim Ziyech doesn't want to be at Chelsea Football Club. But yeah, all you wrong-uns say, yeah, he needs to play more. He needs to play over all these players. Nah. Know the deal. All right? He wanted to leave, and he's been wanting to leave for a long, long time. And now he's left. He's left our squad. He ain't playing for Chelsea. He'll be with Chelsea, but he ain't playing for Chelsea. I don't want to see him in the team. Like, literally, I don't want to see him in the team. I don't want to see him on the bench. Yeah? You want to leave our club. You broadcasted it. You want to go PSG. We arranged it for PSG. Listen, let's have it right. Am I going to go, yeah, paperwork's for Hakim Ziyech, blah, blah, blah. They might have made a mistake. Fair play. Whatever the story is, whether they made a mistake or whether they backed out, whatever it is, all right, whatever the truth is, the bottom line is, what was the priority in that on transfer deadline day last night? The priority was Enzo Fernandez. So fuck off Ziyech, yeah? If that is going to jeopardize, completing Ziyech's deal is going to jeopardize Enzo Fernandez deal because of every minute you need. No, I'm good. I'm cool. You can settle and rot on the fucking reserves and we'll have Enzo Fernandez through the door. I'm happy with that. You know, get Enzo in and I'm happy. That's the way I look at it. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. I'm a bit gutted that he didn't go. I think, you know, would have been that would have been really blockbuster for me because he's one of the players that I want out. And I know that he wants out. And he's just let every Chelsea supporter know that he wants out. So if you are calling for him to be playing games, then question yourselves, mate. Question yourselves. So it is. I mean, I know you can say we fucked him over, all right? But how many times he fucked us over by disappearing with his magic tricks? How many times he fucked us over? How many times he, like, getting all pally with the cement-booted fraud? How many times what's he like in the dressing room? What kind of attitude is he offering? Clear as day, what does it prove? Not only does it prove that the board are happy to sell him, but it proves that, obviously, Graham Potter, the gaffer, don't really favour him too much. So, yeah, oh well, Ziyech stands, you're all in the fucking mud, along with Georgie stands as well. You're in the mud. It is what it is. And Jorginho going, listen, he's the closest thing to them having some sort of European relations. That's it. He's got his tattoo of the Champions League. They get to see that. And obviously, maybe they can touch his medals and they might feel a little bit bigger or whatever, but they ain't going to win the Champions League. They ain't going to win the Europa League. They ain't going to win the fucking Super Cup, Club World Cup. They're a long way from Starbucks. They better be wetting themselves because they've had a fucking great run this season. But who else around them's had a great run? Who else around Arsenal's had a great run? I'd love you to let me know. Everyone's fucking struggling. All right? Everyone's up and down. It's just they got a clean run. Yeah? When you got Liverpool on top, Man City on top, you know, playing well, us on top playing well, it's not the same. It's not the same game. So you better hope, you goons, that you go and win that Premier League title because come next year and the year after and the year after, it ain't gonna be gravy for you. It ain't gonna be gravy for you. So I want to set that narrative out there. I want to push that narrative out there because I think there's a long way to go still in this Premier League title race, and I think Manchester City will pull it out the bag. I know they're not playing that great. I think Haaland's adjusting, but he's bagging goals for fun, mudding Rory Jennings like everyone does, and he's almost in double digits to what he said. You know, it's mad. And I think he's adjusting to Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. If you look at all the players that come under Pep Guardiola, they always, the first season, they have to adapt. He eased in Grealish, eased in all the players. Alvarez is easing in. All these new players, he always eases them in. And then the second season, you see them develop and learn his system. And I think we have to respect that. And they're playing with a natural centre forward, which they don't normally do. And yet they're still up there. It just shows you how strong they are. And they will click. They will click. And I think when they do, Arsenal will be very, very worried. And they've got to play Arsenal in the Premier League twice. They've lost to them in the FA Cup. So that's the first one. And Partey, what's going to happen with Partey? You've got Georgie now. Georgie's going to go and slow their transitions down. Georgie will go there as our agent and slow their play down. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. I don't want Georgie lifting no fucking Premier League with Arsenal. Hell no. I've seen some shocking stuff on the timeline of all the Jorginho stands and made a long fuck off out of our Chelsea fan base because all they do is stand. I've seen them change their avies to Jorginho and an Arsenal shirt, you know, wanting Arsenal to win the Premier League. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. I don't know what the thought process is. All wrong uns. It's absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. And the whole meltdown about Jorginho, clap for a minute and all that on the 5th minute. You know, what is this? What is this nonsense? You know, he's gone to Arsenal and it's not like he's played for us for fucking 10 years. He's been an absolute legend at our football club. He's been an important player and we respect him and we're thankful for it. But I mean, really, I just think it's a bit over the top, you know. It's a bit over the top for Jorginho. You know, the amount of how can I say prop this guy's getting. It's not really justified. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it anyway. And look, there's no. I'm still. It's a bitter taste in my mouth. Him going to Arsenal, you know. But if he goes there to slow them down, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah, that is true. They were like clapping on the 5th minute for Jorginho. It's like he's passed away or something, you know. Really? Like, is that what we're doing here? No, I'm good. I'm good. Right, anyway. Let's move on from that. Let's go, guys. We're here. We're here. Official. We love all the official stuff. It's always live on the Minerals FC, the officials. The officials are here. Here we go, guys. A world champion is blue. There he is. Our register, mate. Our register is here at Chelsea Football Club. Baller. Let's have it right. Guys, everyone raise your glasses, mate. Raise up your drinks. Let's celebrate a wonderful signing. What a wonderful signing. That's on Twitter, guys. It's fully announced on Twitter. Go and like it. Oh, shit, I better like it. I haven't even liked it. Let me like it, guys. We say Enzo, mate. Enzo, Ferrari, Minerals, Fernandez. Come on. Done. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing. Guys, what are we saying, guys? Get all your blue circles, all your blue hearts in the chat for Enzo. Get all your blue hearts. Express yourself for Enzo Fernandez at the bridge. Records, mate. Records. They talk about record signings. Listen, thank God that Lukaku, the cement-booted rat, is not our most expensive signing at Chelsea Football Club. Thank God we can wipe that off the fucking table. Get rid of him. Shocking player. Absolutely shocking player. So I'm so happy he's gone. I don't want him back. I don't want him back. Now, also, I want to say this because it's been put to our attention, guys. It's been put to our attention. Let's just go to What's Pikachu saying there? There we go. All right. It's come to my attention about Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley. Debt free, wherever you may be, we're going to buy everyone we see, and we don't give a fuck about the transfer fee because we are the wealthy CFC. Oh, that's legendary, man. That's legendary. That's legendary, guys. Oh, we should be. That is a great chant. That's a great chant. That is a great chant. Might have to retweet that. There we go. Fucking quality. That is quality. Big up. That is legendary, guys. That is legendary. Right. While I do that, guys, there's over 350 of you in here. I want you all to hit the like button. What likes are we on, guys, as well? Let me know in the chat what likes we're on. Let me know in the chat what likes we're on. Right, I want to find this this tweet. I don't know who it was, though. Who was it? Who was it? All right, we've got some big up to Mitchie sending this. All right, this is to do with Champions League selection. So because of the UEFA requirements, the Champions League squad must contain a maximum of 25 senior players, and Chelsea currently have 24 registered. So they can add one of Felix, Mudryk and Badiashile, but to register another player, they must remove someone from the existing squad. To register all 3 new signings, they would have to deregister 2 players. Well, 100% you do Ziyech. And who else? Who else, guys? We do Ziyech and who? Who do we do? Who do we take off? That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Let me know in the chat what you think. Who would you take? Who would you take off? I think Ziyech is done. He's not going to play, is he? He's done, mate. He's done. Where is that tweet? I saw it earlier today. It was about Bowley. Let me search it. It will definitely come up, yeah. All right, so apparently Bowley said after the World Cup final, he said, "Get me that man," to the recruitment staff, according to David Ornstein. Insane statement signing, colossal day in Chelsea history. All right, so Todd Bowley has stated he always wanted to make a statement signing. Enzo Fernandez certainly was that, but the feeling is he and Begdad Egbali still want one of the biggest names in football at Stamford Bridge. And the biggest move is yet to come. Wow. All right, let's play this then, because this is the Ornstein fella, isn't it? This is the Ornstein fella. All right, let's play this, guys. Let's play this.
Just wind this back, because when Enzo Fernandez came off the pitch at the World Cup final, we hear that Todd Bowley said to his Chelsea recruitment staff, "Get me that man."
Really? Is that goes as far back as that?
Well, of course, they would have even been watching him during the tournament, but I think that was the moment where they were clear on their determination to get him in.
All right, but is what it is. We don't buy everything these brown envelopes say, do we? We don't buy everything they say. All right, let me get up. Let me get this up. Where is it? Where is it? So basically, I've read it. Where is it? So Bowley and Clearlake are embracing their role as unshamed disruptors. They have studied the financial fair play regulations and seen a chance to satisfy them by using the accounting practice of amortization to spread the cost of transfer fees over long contracts. But there was something I read about Todd Bowley, Egbali, and Clearlake. They're basically saying like they don't care how many feathers they're rattling. They're just there. They just want to do what they're going to do, and no one can say nothing. Now, obviously, we haven't broken any rules with UEFA. We haven't broken any rules. So at the end of the day, yeah, Pulisic is the one. We could let go of Pulisic out of the squad because he's injured. Yeah, but are they going to do that? Are they going to do that? That would basically say we're selling you. That would basically say we're selling you. Or Broha. Is Broha in the Champions League? Yeah, we could take Broha. He's injured. So there are options. Do you think, guys, that this mega signing that they're talking about is going to be Kylian Mbappe? Because if you're talking like mega signings, blockbuster, to make even bigger statement, then Mbappe's definitely one of them. I don't think Bellingham's that guy. I don't think he's like on that level of massive signing. Messi's gonna go. I don't know. Messi just is Messi, but I don't think we get Messi. Ronaldo definitely not, obviously, for obvious reasons. So who's the other player? I think Messi, Mbappe is the one. If you're looking to buy, a player of that level, Mbappe is the only one at that profile to bring him to Chelsea. Neymar, not really, because Neymar's like 30 now. I don't think he's maybe. I don't know. I'd take Neymar. Of course, I would. I'd absolutely take Neymar. I think he's a class fact. But I don't think. I think they want to look at young players, and I don't know who else apart from Mbappe would you go. Yeah, I would blow the market for that player. I'd literally just blow the market. I'd go and spend 400 million. Argument's like 300 million on this player. And I sign him on a fucking 10-year contract because he's still young. I don't know. Who is it? Who's that player? Forget Liao. Liao's going to sign a new contract. He's going to sign a new contract. So it is what it is. Osimhen, he's a good player. Is that the one that that's the one that did, Jose Mourinho said he's like a Premier League striker of the past? I think he was maybe insinuating Didier Drogba. We know Jose's got an eye for a striker. His track record tells you that. But we see Mbappe wants to leave. He wants to leave. He made that clear. Does everyone remember? He made that clear. So I don't know. It's going to be exciting. Isn't it exciting to be Chelsea supporter? People go, I heard on radio and all that, they're like, Chelsea fans, are you proud? Do you know what, fellas? I'm always proud to be Chelsea. I don't give a shit. I'm always proud to support Chelsea, my club. It's not a case of, oh, we're blowing money now. Oh, now we should all be proud. No, it don't matter. I'm proud of my team irrespective. I'm proud of my club irrespective of that. And we've been used to Roman spending money, but on this scale like this, You know, 6 signings, 7 signings, like back to back. And they know they made some mistakes in the last window. And they're probably going to offload a Koulibaly or whatever. Maybe a Sterling. And you think, wow, shit, money is no object. We've signed these guys on big wages, on a fair, reasonable transfer fees, and we're just happy to just offload them and then go and buy the next target. It's just mad. It's mad. And we have to renew Middlesbrough's contract. Now, all you little tosspots, these large accounts, I've seen it all today. They've put in their team, haven't they? They've made their teams, right, of Chelsea. And no one's put Mount in. No one. I haven't seen any account put Mason Mount in that starting 11. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Do you know why? You're all going to have a shocker again. Every single one of you. You just don't learn. You don't learn. You don't get it. You don't get it. And you never will. I've accepted it that these guys will never understand Minerals Mount. They'll never understand him. They don't get him. They always go, what does he do? Well, I don't understand what he's good at. You haven't got a clue, mate. You haven't got a clue. All right. But let's have it right. We trust the professionals in the game and they know exactly what Minerals Mount does. They know exactly what he does. And you think bringing in Enzo, bringing in Mudryk, bringing in all these players that Minerals Mount is just going to go, I haven't got a chance to get in the team. Oh, yeah, just like all the other signings. Yeah. You don't know Minerals Mount. You don't know Minerals Mount. He'll go in there and he'll fucking train even harder. And it's great competition. It's great motivationally. It works. It fits. But that's how it should be. All right. But the kid will play. Minerals Mount plays with Enzo. He plays with Mudryk. He plays with Felix. Like, listen, I'll just sit back. I relax. I don't think you realise. I mean, Minerals Mount put a lovely post today with Noni. He put a post up with Felix where they go to training. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love it. He loves his club and he's a leader, mate. Wait till he's captain. They're all gonna have a meltdown. We're gonna be boiling piss on here. I'll tell you that now. We'll make sure everyone knows, mate. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I'm in big trouble. Nah, fuck that. I'll land the Minerals. He's a baller. And if you don't think that he plays in our team, like I say, you're a long way from Starbucks. And you're just an agenda merchant. All of a sudden, look at the Georgie stands. Oh, sell Mount. Get rid of Mount. Listen, where's your agenda now? Your fucking player ain't our football club no more. What are you going to say? You've got to sit there and take it. And on top of that, do you know what? They're hurting, man. They're hurting so bad because he's gone and fucked us by going to Arsenal. He's gone to Arsenal, man. So it's like, well, you got. I'd rather have gone to Italy. Better, wicked, lovely. We'll take that all day long. And we know he's going to leave, but fuck me. The Pulisic stands as well. They're relentless. But Felix, wonderful player. I've always liked the kid. And isn't it funny? Felix goes under the radar a bit when you look at our transfers. Felix just goes under the radar because he's alone. He's like, oh shit, yeah, we fucking got Felix in as well this window. It's just mental, man. It's not mental, man. It's just, this is what it's about. But yeah, fuck all you Mount haters. That's all I say. Every single one of you wrong-uns, yeah? Keep putting him out your team. Keep telling him to be dropped and sold. Continue, yeah? Continue. But you're all going to be, as always, in the fucking mud. Big up to CFC NJ in here. Says, can't believe we was looking at Alvarez. Were we? Were we looking at Alvarez? I didn't know. I didn't hear about that. But fair play. I didn't know about that. And of course, but listen, Nkunku they're saying it's done. Is it done? Like, we apparently signed him when he was we got injured, didn't he? He missed the World Cup. But there's no doubt he's a quality player and he's going to fit in. But what I've noticed with the profile players we're bringing in, they're all versatile. And Badashila looks a fantastic player, doesn't he? He looks really good. And long may that continue. You know, clean sheets, very good in the air. We see. Alvarez at Ajax. I haven't even seen him. But it is what it is. Up the Chelsea, guys. Up the Chelsea. Right, so let's keep going. I wanted to find that bloody tweet. I can't find it now. So I think Egbali's the one, you know. I think Bowley gets a lot of the credit because he's sort of like that image and that face. But I think Egbali is the one calling shots, and I think he's richer. He's richer than Bowley, if I'm right. I think he's the one that's calling the shots, 100%. And he's gone in on every single deal that we've tried to get done, and we've ended up getting it done. I mean, the Enzo deal apparently was touch and go for quite a long time on transfer deadline day. There's a bit of that I agree with, but I didn't even land it. Fucking hell, how can I forget to land it? Oh, mate. The deal itself for Enzo. The deal itself, big up CFCNJ for the Super Minerals. The deal itself for Enzo, mate, 40 million up front. 40 million up front. What a deal. We were hearing 75, 85, 100 million and all this. Mad, what a deal. Like, you have to applaud the ownership for doing that deal at such the dying seconds of the transfer window. I mean, like I say, what did I say 5 days ago? I said, when you go in at this time, you got less time to negotiate. The player wanted to go. He was ready. He was begging Rui Costa, let me go. And this is where Chelsea are in a strong position. And for us to say 40 million up front, which is fantastic for our books, and then 6 installments? I'm not sure how many years the installments are, because we were hearing they want it over 2 years or whatever. That's what we were hearing. 2 years, 3 installments over 2 years, or 6 installments over, I don't know, 4 years, whatever it is. But they're getting their money. That's the main thing. And we haven't had to have a massive outlay on Enzo Fernandez. So I think that's unbelievable. What about the Rolls Royce? We're going to get the Rolls Royce in as well. That will boil some piss as well. Do you know what I mean? But guys, smash that like button. We've got almost 400 people in here. I want every single one of you to smash that like button. Let me know what likes are on as well. Keep on top of it. So if we ain't got 300 likes, mate, it's shocking. It's shocking. We are literally ruining football, like they say. But at the end of the day, listen, all we want is our Chelsea back on top. We want to be competing. We want more trophies. We want silverware. We want to dominate. That is what we want. We love it. We absolutely love it. And I can really see something special building. We can see the players that we're bringing in. Some of them well-known names, others not so much. It is what it is. But this should rejuvenate us. We should rejuvenate. Right, so let's go through there's a squad. Let's go through the squad. I'll bring that up. Hold on. Also, shout out to Blue Line Orbital. He landed the minerals here. Look at this. Look at this. Quality, that. Quality. Bit of an artist, isn't he? Bit of an artist. Loads of them now. There's plenty more. Plenty more in there, guys. 232 likes. We should be getting 360 likes, 400 likes, man. What's wrong with you lot? Can you all smash the like button? Every single one of you smash the like button, guys. Come on. What's wrong with you? Hit that like button. Especially for Blue Line Orbital, land the minerals there. This is just epic, mate. This is epic. You don't get this anywhere else, man. You don't get it anywhere else. Yeah. Rattled, man. They're all fucking rattled, man. Everyone's rattled. Look at Matt Fraud Law in the fucking black and white. Such a Such a bore, man. Water's wet, bruv. Oh, man. Come on, guys. You got to smash the likes for that. You got to smash the likes for that. Guys, let me know what likes I'm on, otherwise I'm not coming on. Guys, let's get the 370 likes, man. Keep liking. Keep smashing that like button. Keep smashing that like button. We're going to go through the team as well. We're going to go through the squad. We're going to go through everything. 245. Up, 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 up. Every single one of you, hit it now. Hit it now, guys. I want you to see. I want to see it go up. 252 is not enough. It's not enough. We got over 360 people in here. Hit that like button, guys. Oh, man. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. 252, 53. Fucking hell, man. Oh, it's like getting blood out of a stone. A lot of brown envelopes there. A lot of brown envelopes there. A lot of brown envelopes. Oh, man. Lewis, you're in there, bruv. Goldbridge is not happy, mate. No, he's pointing at Nini. He goes, I want him on Talk Sport again. I want the Tuchel agenda. Give me the Tuchel agenda. Oh, mate. Absolutely bang on, mate. Bang on. Guys, smash that like button. Smash it to pieces. I feel offended, man. Smash it for Enzo at least. Enzo's landed it, man. Enzo's arrived at Chelsea. He's landed his minerals in Cobham, mate. Biggest club in London. Let's have it right. Elite. Right, guys. So let me get up the team. Let's get up the team. Obviously, we know the deal. We piss on all the brown envelopes. Right. So here we go. No, it's not that one. Where is it? Where is it, mate? Oh, I didn't add it. I have to go through my thing again. All right, hold on. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. I had it. Where is it? All right, give me a sec. You can hit the like button while I do this. On a serious note, I've got to do something. And if I can do this, we're bang on, guys. So I need to add this so we can have it up. Or actually, it might be on Twitter, won't it? It'll be on Twitter. Because I want to put it in context. I want you to see the squad we got. It's mental. Oh, here we go. Straight away. Big up, geez. All right, let's put this up. Is there a way of saving it? All right, guys. So this is it here. We're going to bring it up now. All right. Cool. So can everyone see that clearly, or shall I zoom in? I might zoom in on certain bits because you might not see it. All right, let's look at we've got goalkeepers here. So we got Kepa, Mendy, Bettinelli, and Slonina. So maybe in the summer you're looking at 2 going. Whether that's going to be Kepa and Mendy, I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. But look at the depth here. So left side of our team, we've got Chile, Cucurella, and Lewis Hall. They don't talk about us bringing. Well, they're moaning about us bringing through youth. We've got Lewis Hall there. We got Koulibaly and Badashila on the left side. I mean, to have 2. Well, Koulibaly is actually a right-footed player, whereas Badashila is actually a lefty. So we've only really got one left-sided centre back in reality. Then we got Thiago Silva, GOAT, Fofana, who we haven't seen much of, Trev Chalobah. We got Reece Beast James and Asby, but obviously Asby's probably going to leave in the summer. We might make some money off Asby, or he's going to stay and just not play as much and be happy with that, content with that. But we've got Gusto coming in on the right. Then we go to the central midfield here. We've got Andre Santos, Zakaria, Enzo Fernandez. Enzo 100%. Santos will be bed in, but Zakaria for me I think leaves. Then we got Kante, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek. I think only Kante stays out of those three. And then we got Chip Winnerals, Conor Gallagher, and Minnals Mount. I think Minnals Mount and Chukwuemeka will stay 100%. But when it comes to Gallagher, I think the talk of him leaving this window, maybe he does leave next window. But I think Connor's great squad depth, and he can earn his right. And then on the left side here, right side of the front, we've got Sterling, Madueke, Hakim, Houdini, Ziyech, and Mari Hutchinson. So for me, Ziyech gone. Hutchinson stay, obviously. Noni's going to stay. He's new signing. But Raheem Sterling, we don't know what's happening with Raheem. I'd keep Raheem. And then up front, you got Havertz, Aubameyang, Broha, Fofana. Now, Fofana, there was talk of a loan. He's not gone on loan. He's still at Chelsea. So maybe we're bedding him in for next season. Obama, no Minnals, Yang. He can get out of our club. He's shite. So get rid of him. Kai Havertz you keep. Broha's on injured, so you're not injury list. So he's not coming back for a whole season. And then we got Mudryk, João Felix, and Christian Pulisic. Now, for me, Pulisic goes. So out of this whole front line, Aubameyang goes, Pulisic, and Ziyech for me. So 3 out of them opens up one more spot, maybe 1 or 2 spots up front. And then in the midfield, I think you're losing 1, 2, 3, 4 in the midfield. So I'm having Enzo, Santos, Minnals Mount, Chukwuemeka, Kante. I'd love Cover to stay, but I think there's a desire for him to leave. And then at the back, there's talk of Koulibaly going. Maybe Asby will leave. But apart from that, I'm very happy with how the back line's forming. But I still feel that we need another. It sounds ridiculous to say another 2 centre backs, but Silva, you're going to have to replace him at some stage. We've got Levi Colwill, haven't we? So Cole could actually come in for the left-sided position with Badiashile. That makes sense. Because Potter again, Potter brought in Colwill, didn't he? To Brighton. So I don't know, man. Like, maybe that's the option. But what's going to happen with Koulibaly, guys? Do we think Koulibaly's going to get sold? Maybe Koulibaly's going to get sold. It's a bit of a shocker, really. Bit of a shocker. And we've got Nkunku. Nkunku coming in. So, guys, what are we saying? What do you think? I mean, if you look at this, really, overall, you look at our squad and you think, wow. Didn't you? You think, wow. There's a lot of play. Like, look how many we got. Three so-called strikers. I mean, Havertz's not a striker for me. You got 4 goalkeepers. I mean, that's a bit over the top. But one of them's on loan. And I think Slanina's definitely going to have a shout for maybe playing first-team football with Chelsea next season. I don't know what you guys think about that, but he's definitely got some amazing reaction saves in him. From what I've seen of him, he looks really good. So maybe there's a shout there, and we offload some wages off Kepa, and Mendy doesn't look like he's going to sign. He just doesn't look like he's going to sign. So I don't know. I feel a bit bad for Mendy, because I think he's proved himself, and everyone's just like throwing him under the bus. But at the end of the day, we know he's always not been that sort of, play it out the back profile keeper. He's not amazing with his feet. He can do it, but under pressure, he's a little bit suspect. But for me, when you look at his actual shot stopping, when you're looking at set pieces, when you look at his physicality, he's right up there. I just think I think Kepa's got other attributes that Mendy doesn't, and it's vice versa. It's a bit of a catch-22. We sort of like want a goalkeeper that's got all of it, can play at the back, great reaction saves, great penalty saver, good on set pieces and corners. This is what you want, not injury prone, very vocal, bit commanding. It's hard to find, mate, in the market. So it is what it is. That's the only thing. Their pros and cons are like just outweigh each other a little bit because one of them has what the other doesn't have, and that's just the reality of it. That's the way I look at it. Up the Chelsea, by the way, we signed Enzo. I swear, look at it, guys. Let me know in the chat what you're saying. Let me know in the chat. I mean, I don't really like this keep or sell or loan and all that malarkey, but I think in reality, Ziyech, he's gone. He's made it clear he wants out. I think Pulisic will want out. I don't see Pulisic starting over Mudryk, Felix, and what's his name? Either Kai or who's the other player we got? In Kunku. Yeah. And in the midfield, I just put, for me, my midfield is Mason Mount, Enzo Fernandez, and probably Kante rotated with Kovacic. That's my midfield with what we got. And I just question, like, where does Gallagher get in? Where does Zachariah get in? Where does Chukwuemeka get in? How many minutes? Loftus-Cheek, how many minutes are they actually going to get? But it's a squad game, and we need that. We need that. We've got, good shout. We've got Callum as well to come back. Has he not had an injury, though? I think he's had an injury. So I don't know if Callum Hudson-Odoi comes back. But for me, like I say, we can only be optimistic and confident with this. Now, in reality, now we've made these signings, I think Enzo's massive because, like I say, he's a ball-playing, deep-line midfielder who's got that versatility to go forward as well, if need be. And he's very good. I know Lukaku's on that list, but I didn't want to put him, it's not on that one, but he's on the books. So's Bakayoko. So we know those players are there, but we just sack them off. There's no point talking about them. But when you look at it and we get Kova fit and Kante fit, we're starting to have our midfield four of Mount, Kovacic, Enzo, and Kante. It starts to build a bit of a core. For this season, I'm talking about. And then, obviously, at the back, Badashile. Do you know what I mean? We need that. We need that. We need that in our squad. We need that in our team. And then up front, we got Fresh, Felix, Noni, and Mudryk. Exciting times, Chelsea. Exciting times for us Chelsea supporters. Also, I want to ease Reece James in. I want it because we haven't got Gusto now. Gusto comes next in the summer. So let's ease Reece in. We want him tick-tock for Dortmund, Champions League. I believe, and I have said it, I think we have got a great chance in going a long way in the Champions League and going and getting that third. It would be typically Chelsea to go and win the Champions League. And the reason I say that, and shout out to Jason Cundy, because he did mention this on Talk Sport on his show yesterday, is that it's like, when have we been in a good state when we've won the Champions League? The two times when we have been in turmoil, change of manager, number one, change of stability, certain players. Like, it's the same situation now. We're not settled. Like, so it would be quite ironic and typical at Chelsea, you know, to go out and win the Champions League. And I tell you what, we go and win the Champions. I think Graham Potter's got to win something. He's got to win something. I'm not saying this season, but I think going into next season, he's got to win something. He's not won anything as a gaffer. I think it's very important he wins something with this group of players to set the tone, and they sort of buy into him more and more. But I'm going to go all the way. Imagine if the gaffer Potter takes us to Champions League glory for the third time. What a story. What a story. Because we are a cup team. We're built for cups. And I think those Champions League nights, especially us the way we are in the condition we're in now, and we know that it's going to be an uphill battle to get top four. On the other hand, we're still in the competition to try and win it. And I think we can go and win it. If we play our game and we get that bit of luck, we can go all the way. I really do think. I think Napoli look very strong. They're strong in their league and they play a certain way. And I think they're strong in the Champions League. Obviously, the usual suspects. I think PSG, will they disappear like they always do? You've got Real Madrid are a bit, but they're there. You know, just their fucking history pulls them through. And then you got Manchester City, Liverpool's Liverpool, but I don't think they're the Liverpool that everyone knows. And you got Bayern Munich as well. So you have got teams in there. You got some very good teams. A lot of them you're playing against their shirt, their badge, their crest, rather than their actual team and their current state of their team. But I think we can beat anyone. In the Champions League, I think we've got every opportunity to go all the way. I know it's a bit far-fetched, and you might, you probably say to me, yeah, you're dreaming, Johnny. But like I actually called it when we won our second Champions League. I said, we'll go and win it just before Frank got sacked. I said, I just know we're going to go all the way. We're going to go all the way. We got Atletico, and everyone was like, oh, we're out. And when we'd done them like kippers, we were the first club to do the double on Atletico, and then people started to wake up a little bit. Then we played Porto, and we'd done it. We just landed it. And then everyone wrote us off against City in the final, and I was still confident we're going to win it, and we did. So if Potter can get it right in the Champions League, he seems to do all right. His record tells you that because he's not even been in the Champions League. But the Champions League games he's managed with us, he's done all right. Done very well. Double in San Siro, double over AC Milan, San Siro at the Bridge, we've done them, who are the Serie A champions. And we played them off the park as well. We literally played them off the park. So when we get our components back, our injured players back, and ease them in, I think it's the perfect timing to play them for these games, these knockout games. We're out the FA Cup. We're out the Carabao Cup. We're not in the title race. So it's like almost like the Champions League is we have to play for it to be in it and win it. And that's the way I look at it. Why not? Nothing's impossible. Nothing's impossible. And it would just be so like us, the way we are in the condition we're in right now and everything that's happening at our football club, to just go all the way. And if we don't, we'll have a good go. I know that for sure. We'll have a good go. And we have to be positive. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and I agree. You need Reece James. You need, I'd like Chilwell. You need Kante. You need these players in your team because without them, we're nowhere near that level. When you're with them, you've got balance in the team. You know, you've got Chilwell on the left, you've got James on the right, you've got Kante in the middle. It's just like we're a different animal because we got threat from either side. We got recovery like no other in the world in Kante. And then your other players can actually focus on their job roles better. Now you put Enzo Fernandez in there, who's got the ability to pick passes from deep lying, so we can have quick transitions. We will hurt teams, and we're going to be unpredictable. Teams don't know Enzo Fernandez, Mudryk. They don't know Felix in the Premier League, and the same goes Champions League. in this team. We're a different animal. And that's why I'm excited. I'm excited. We go win the Champions League, guys. Third star, man. Come on. Let's have it right. We'll get that third star. Right. Let's get this up. Guys, where are we at likes? We should be well over 300 likes, guys. Well over 300 likes. Right. Where is it? Squad depth's mad though now. Squad depth's mad. Right, what we got here? Andre Santos, 4 goals, 1 assist, 4 games, I'd imagine. 63 minutes played, 83 passing accuracy. I mean, he looks like he's going to be a special baller, doesn't he? Special baller. One of the most sought out talents as well. This is a great pick. Look at this pick. Looking great. Outside the best club. This is a great pick here. Class, mate. What a signing, guys. You must be, are we all buzzing or what? I know a lot of you in here were a little bit apprehensive. You thought, no, it's not going to go through. It's not going to go through. But we were misled early January by false reports. Do you know what I mean? So I don't blame everyone for feeling like that. But I'm just always wary buying World Cup players. That was always my thing. But I think I've watched him a little bit more. I respect this big time. Enzo spying at Rory in the woods outside Cobham, Johnny, in that photo. Yes, he is. He is. You can see there's some woods there. Enzo's there with around the woods there. Big up to Enzo there. Bartek, big up to Bartek Land Superman. He says, would you sell Cho? Big up to you, geezer. Sending love. I've got a soft spot for Cho. This is the thing. Talent is there. I think he's been so unlucky with injuries. But I don't know. It's down to the gaffer at the end of the day. I think he's great to have in the squad. But is he getting over Mudryk on that left side? I doubt it very much. Is he content to play on, sit on the bench? Probably not. So there might be that chance that Cho does get sold, but I'd probably keep him. I'd have him over Ziyech every day of the week, and probably Pulisic. Although I think they're slightly different. I think Cho's got such talent. It's just that it hasn't clicked. And to be fair, our team has been poor. Like the balance of the team is the same old narrative. Has not really benefited Cho. He hasn't benefited most of our attackers. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? But big up to you, Bartek, Land of Soup Minerals. Guys, let's get over 300 likes, man. What's wrong with you? Big up to Chelsea Old Boys. Smash the like, subscribe to best platform and voice of our beloved Chelsea. Up the Middles FC, up the Chels. And as always, to you, geezer, we know the deal, don't we? We see things they'll never see. We are the elite minerals of a club, mate. Yeah. Let me scroll down. Also, I forgot to announce as well. Did we all hear? We all heard Thiago Silva came out about his contract. He's looking to stay, which is fantastic news. I don't want him to go anywhere. We need his experience. We need his leadership. We need his class out the back and calmness. That's what we need. I really want him to stay, and I know every supporter wants Thiago Silva to stay, and I think he could go and get another Champions League this year. I think he'll be very happy, and maybe we go for the Premier League next year. Fuck it, why not? We're rebuilding. We're doing a madness right now, and I'm all for it. So let's see. Big up to Blue Star FC landing it here with the Super Minerals. Win the Champions League. Cherry on the cake. Literally, cherry on the cake. And I think, like I say, you've got to have a player like Thiago, mate. He's a GOAT, mate. Generational player. Learnt off Maldini and Nesta. He's passed that on. He's passing that knowledge onto our young defenders. Badashile now, I'm sure, and Trev Baresi. Do you know what I mean? So I love that. I love that. So obviously we expect him to sign. I don't really care what he signs for, or it'd probably be a year add-on, I would assume. I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. I'm all for that, guys. Absolutely all for it, because he's one of that. He's going to be an irreplaceable player. He's just like, there aren't. You don't find Thiago Silva's that often. It's just such a shame we never bought him. 2 years, 3 years younger, of when we had John Terry. Can you imagine John Terry and Thiago Silva as a partnership? I mean, that would have been just like the best in the world ever. Oh, yeah, big up to Afrav. Let's bring that up, because that was epic. That was epic. I retweeted that today. Fucking legend, mate. Here we go. We got more of Enzo here. Before I do that, more of Enzo, our new Chelsea baller, mate. There we go. It just looks right, doesn't it, guys? Him in the blue just looks right, mate. Just looks right. Looks class. He looks class. All right. Let me get I want to get it up because this was epic. So here we go. So basically, I mean, everyone's seen it, I'm sure. But Piers the Rat Morgan, Epstein Island Merchant Morgan, yeah. Piers Epstein Island Merchant Morgan, as we all know him, yeah. He put reminder to Chelsea fans, we're top of the league, you're 10th, and we're 21 points ahead of you with a game in hand. So spend all the gazillions you want, but what you really need to buy is a telescope to look up at Arsenal, yeah. And then our legend put, Piers Morgan, you have gone missing for 20 years and you still have a long way to go. I've won more trophies since I retired playing golf than Arsenal have. What a legend. Yeah, he's landed it. Absolute legend, John Terry, man. He's just a legend. And I swear he quote tweeted it. This wrong in here. Where is it? Oh, it's not there. I'm sure it is. He goes, pipe down, Tiger Terry. It was only 18 years ago that Arsenal went unbeaten in the whole league season, including stuffing Chelsea led by you home and away. So the only thing that's missing is the word invincible in your CV. Oh, I didn't realise that invincible's a trophy, you Epstein merchant, yeah? That's the first thing. The second thing is you want to talk about us, yeah? Go and win your European trophies, Super Cups, Club World Cups, your Cup Winners' Cups, and then maybe we can have a little discussion. You ain't got no reason to talk. You're just there. You just want to rattle Chelsea fans. That's all you want to do because you're top of the league. But if you don't go and win it, oh, well, you know who's going to be knocking on that door. Fuck knocking on the door. We're going to be hacksawing that door down like Johnny in fucking The Shining. Here's Johnny. We're going to come for you with hacksaws. You don't win that Premier League title, we're coming for you. We're coming for you either way. Go and win it. It doesn't matter. You're still smaller than Chelsea. And that's the reality. You talk about invincibles like it's a trophy. It's no trophy. It's an achievement. What about our achievement? Conceding only 15 goals in an entire Premier League season. What about that? Do we go on about that like it's a trophy? We don't have to go on about that like it's a trophy. Do you know why? Because we won everything. We won the lot. Yeah. So Piers Morgan, you're at the adults table here. Yeah. Go back to the children's table. That's where you belong. You know, or better still, jog on to Epstein Island, mate, and stay there. Yeah. We don't need that nonsense on the timeline. We really don't, guys. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, big up to JT landing the damn minerals on this wrong in here. Right, let's get him off the screen. We should put him in the woods as well, guys. Let's not forget he's a wishy-washy merchant, yeah? He came out. What did he say? He came out. In fact, we're bigger in every respect. Where Stamford Bridge is worth more than the fucking Emirates. I'll tell you that now. It's worth more than Manchester City's fucking stadium. It's worth more than all these other stadiums, mate. You couldn't buy our land, man. Our land is multi fucking exclusive minerals, mate. Yeah. Millions and billions, mate. Yeah. You ain't buying it. All right. Where we are is elite. In fact, our whole club is bigger in every aspect. Even a fan base, mate. Even a fan base. Everything's bigger. Everything's bigger. In every respect, it's bigger. And like JT says, you ain't won fuck all for what, 20 years? Shocking. Blue Line Orbital, shout out to you. Shout out to you. It's time, mate. Yeah, it's time. You need to add Piers Morgan here. He needs to get in the woods, mate. He needs to get in the woods, guys. Yeah. There's so many more we can add in there. So many more. Get him in there, guys. Get him in there. So shout out to Blue Line Orbital. Let's have it right. So, guys, let's have a look. Guys, we over 300 likes yet or what? What are we saying now? Chelsea. 500 million. 500 million, guys. And we ain't even got started. And it's within financial fair play. UEFA wetting themselves. Literally. By the time they implement their new structure, they're literally going to be like this all day long. Look at the headline. Look at him looking down at the headline. Chelsea sign Enzo Fernandez from Benfica. Let's have it right. Yeah, let's have it right. Look at him. Look at him. Here's what it is, guys, yeah? 308 likes, right. 400 likes, 500 likes. Keep going, guys. Keep liking. Keep liking. Keep liking, guys. Big up to every single one of you in here. You know the deal. You know the deal. Right, so. Let's have it right. Right. Big up to Excalibur 2K1 Landon Soup Minerals. Big up to you, Geezer. He says, as we celebrate Chelsea's success in the transfer window, Johnny, this is for your coffee or tea. Well, big up to you, Geezer. Up the Chelsea, up Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you in here, landing your minerals, supporting the channel. helping me grow my channel as well, which is just delightful. It's all down to you lot, really. I appreciate that, geezer. Definitely, we get some proper coffee beans, some of that real deal tea, none of that Yorkshire tea nonsense. We get some fucking real tea, yeah. We'll get it from London, yeah. Big up to you, geezer. Big up to you. We got oh man, everyone wants a Mills FC logo. Richard Evans says 310 likes. Guys, let's get up to 400 likes, mate. Get up to 400 likes. So guys, what we saying now? I wanted to bring this up where I saw it. Let me get it up because I had it on bookmark. I want people to understand. Shout out to Agerm who sent this. Let's bring this up.
There, a plane is there waiting to get the deal done to bring Argentinian World Cup winner Enzo Fernandez to London to join Chelsea in a deal that could rise to £115 million. So we're currently in this window at £511 million. A third of that is Chelsea. So that would catapult Chelsea's spending to about 300 million quid. In the two windows gone by, this one and the previous one, their spend will be £500 million if they land Enzo Fernandez. And there's nothing to suggest, having triggered the release clause, that they won't do that. They're on the money to do that. Football finance expert, author of Price of Football, Kieran Maguire joins us, Simon. Kieran, good morning. It's a question for you and it's a question for Simon. Regards FFP, how in hell's name are Chelsea doing this?
Well, what Chelsea have done is that they've secured players on long-term contracts. And under the accounting rules, if you sign a £50 million player on a 3-year contract, you spread the cost over the life of the contract, so that'd be 16 or 17 million pounds a year. If you spread it over an 8-year contract, then it drops the cost to 6. And Chelsea have done this repeatedly. So they've taken advantage of what might be seen as a bit of slackness in the FFP and accounting rules. But when they sell a player, all of the profits of the sale go into the accounts immediately. So if they sold Conor Gallagher today for 40 million and they've got players coming in on 7-year contracts, that would allow them to spend 280 and it'd be a net zero as far as FFP in the transfer market was concerned.
Right. Well, Kieran, Simon doesn't believe that long contracts are any kind of loophole. Do you?
No, that they're not a loophole. It's an investment.
Can you hear that? It's not a loophole. It's an investment. And Simon Jordan knows, because he's owned a football club, he knows that what we're doing is it's more of a risk factor as opposed to doing something, illegal in the eyes of UEFA. And obviously all the other clubs, like I said earlier on the show, is that they're too scared. They're not ballsy enough to put players on long contracts, or some players might not want to do long contract. What player wouldn't want to do a long contract on decent wages? Because let's have it right. As a footballer, your career is a short spurt, isn't it? It's like, from the age of 18 to 31. It's not like normal working class us lot, that work from the age of 16 all the way up to 60 years old. These guys earn big money, but for a short period of time, and then they rely on sponsorship. So for a player, if you offer them 7 years, they're like, yeah, I'll have that. I'll bite your hand off. At the same time, I want to know I can renegotiate. But obviously, it's allowing us to abide by the rules of financial fair play. And that's why UEFA and all the rival clubs, all the snitches like Arsenal, Man City, Man United, are all obviously got a big problem with it, up the Chelsea.
And Chelsea believe that these players are going to increase in value over the years. So that means in 2 or 3 years' time, should the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona come a-calling, then you've got the likes of Mudryk still with 5 years remaining on a contract. So Chelsea, in theory, should be able to generate maximum sales value from the players, provided they're good. The downside is what happens if they're another Winston Bogart or similar players who haven't delivered.
The risk, though, isn't
But
it?
if that's the case,
risk,
Kieran, now come to Simon in a second. Why are Chelsea seemingly the only ones who are doing this?
because Chelsea are taking a very big risk. Other clubs tend to look at the maximum amount of commitment. They know that player values cannot be guaranteed indefinitely, and therefore they don't want to commit themselves for 7 to 8 years. It also ties up spots on your 25-man squad for significant periods of time, and the other owners don't seem keen to want to go down that particular route.
But at the same time, if you're building a team to dominate for a 10-year, or for a decade, for a 10-year period, then it does that does suit what you're doing. It suits that blueprint, that vision, and that's why you're buying younger players. So not only you're buying top talent, but you do have to, I've always said it, you've got to mix it in with experienced players. And I don't mean just like experience at the age of 23. I'm talking about experience at the age of 26, 27, or buying like a Casemiro profile player. Sometimes you've got to get them on a short contract, but you're buying into that experience to add to your team of youth and have a balance, right? But at the end of the day, all footballers are looked upon as assets. Now, if they have to deliver, you've got to hope that they don't, that they're not injury prone, for example, always been injured. But the positives are, even on like a 7-8 year contract, if this player does want to move or he's in demand by all the big clubs, other big clubs around the world, the Real Madrid or whatever, and they come knocking, as a club, you've got to make a decision. All right, you want to buy this player, then this is how much he is. And we can stick to that price and negotiate. It will be strong with us. We'll have the strong suit, because in the day he'll still probably have 4 years left on his contract, which is still a big contract. Whereas when you sign them on 3 to 4 years and they've stayed at third year, 4 year, if you've got a team that's clicking and doing well, which I think we will be, we have to be positive. If you've got a team that's clicking over that period, then you want that player not to have contract negotiations through that period where you might lose them and have other clubs disrupting that, and you've got to replace, and it affects your balance. We've seen it all before. So it is a risk, but at the same time, it could actually be very, very effective. But obviously, UEFA are putting a stop to it because they're just salty.
You're nodding in agreement with Kieran.
Well, yeah. I mean, Kieran, I spend a lot of time talking to Kieran because he's one of the most intelligent financial guys around football. So I sense check things with Kieran. So we'll be in the same space about a lot of things. Todd Bowley is the only guy who's bought a football club for £2.5 billion. So it's not surprising, albeit private equity money behind him, it's not surprising that the manner in which he's operating has a different feel and look about it. It's one thing the Glazers coming in, putting 200 million quid down, gearing the rest of Man United and getting Man United bought with their own money. It's another thing using private equity money to buy a football club at top-end value, albeit when Man United are being told they can go for 7 billion quid, that's arguable. And then you look at the argument around what he's doing, he's trying to commercialise his thinking. If you look at what Chelsea have done over the last 5 years, between 17 and 21...
Can I just say, on the fact of the Glazers are paying just interest only. It's like buying a property, having a mortgage and just paying interest only. So you're not actually paying off what you've taken a mortgage on, the debt. You're just paying the interest to the mortgage company. That's it. That's what you're doing. So you're a broker. Whereas that's what the Glazers are doing, Man United. So they're happy to sign Ronaldo and take the cream off the top and just pay the interest, and that's it. And they take whatever's on top, and they make Manchester United a big enough club to take advantage of that. But we're debt free. Roman's left us debt free. These guys have bought the club $4 billion. God knows where that $4 billion's gone. Let's have it right. The 1.5 to Roman. Probably gone in the government's pocket and everyone else. We talk about the elite brown envelopes. Yeah, we're not going to be naive about the way the world's run. Yeah, money makes the world go round. It also is a control factor in that. But Bowley and Clearlake and our owners are in a very strong position where we haven't got that debt. You don't have to. That's not on the books. It's not amongst us. That's why Roman maybe at the point knew he was going to get sanctioned because he's elite. Yeah, they know they're ahead of the game. And he probably looked at the Haaland deal thinking, I can't justify doing it on the books because we're not made enough money. We've got the debt on the books. You've got to take that all into consideration. Whereas this is why we're going to be so feared, guys. We already are feared, is that we are so healthy as a football club. We're going on to the next level now.
They've actually had a net depreciation, Kieran, of about £50 million a season. They've sold players at a £410 million profit, and they've had £650 million of a depreciation. So every year, when they buy players, it's costing them 50 million quid. If their turnover is £400 million a year, they're operating right on the margins. What I can't see is a 22 accounts, because the way that financial fair play works, Kieran, we both know this quite well, is a rolling 3-year cycle. So this year's accounts will be quite important for Chelsea if they're going to be able to find their way around financial fair play, given in 2021 they lost 152 million quid. Now, there'll be a significant raft of allowable adjustments in there for COVID and other bits and bobs that may have featured in those accounts, but I still think they're going to be nip and tuck on the 105 million that they're allowed to lose every 3 seasons, alongside the fact they actually aren't allowed to lose virtually anything to compete in the Champions League. What say you, Kieran?
I think they are fairly close to the limits as far as 22 is concerned. But remember, they sold Abrahams and they sold Tomori, who both players came through the academy.
Bank
and
big
that's
profits,
£70 million. That's fixed the problem. Absolutely.
Yeah. Kieran, I want to jump in. What should we read into the way Brighton are behaving at the moment? I mean, is this to be admired? Arsenal come in with a bid. If they fail,
focused, get Brighton, even if it.
Looking at the figures, Kieran, we're currently at 511 million. So we could add another 115 million onto that, as and when Chelsea secure the services of Enzo Fernandez in Lisbon today. This is going to be a record that boggles the eye, to be quite frank with you. And yet, in the next window, do you think we'll see even more records set?
I think, as Simon intimated, that having spent £2.5 billion on buying the club, Todd Boehly wants Chelsea now to fit into his vision of football. We did see very similar with regards to Roman Abramovich acquiring Chelsea in 2003. And if you look at the inflation-adjusted, football inflation-adjusted figures for Abramovich's first season, he spent 692. Yeah, so very, very similar.
So have it right. You see, Roman when he came in, this is very like Roman when he came in. But you see, the difference... This is what I've got to put in context. There's a big difference between when Roman done it and how Boehly, Egbali are doing it. And the fundamental difference is Chelsea, the foundation Boehly's got right now is a whole new level, whole different level when Roman Abramovich came to Chelsea, because Chelsea weren't Europe Champions League winners. We weren't Premier League champions. You know, Roman got us to that stage, won us the lot, put a lot of money into it, fell in love with a club. We know the story about Roman. But Boehly's now coming in where Chelsea are right up there on the map. We're right up there. You know, Roman's made us the biggest club in London. He's made us an elite club. We've won every trophy that can be won twice, more than once, you know. And Roman didn't have that when he took over. You know, we had a squad. We had Zola's, Vialli's, we had flipping Spencer, we had Dennis Wise, Eddie Newtons and players like that. We had Ranieri coming in. I've had Glenn Hoddle days, Hullet, Desai, LeBouf. You know, this is the era I know. And we were building towards something, but that level was only made by Rome. The jump and the raising level was made by Roman Abramovich. So now, obviously, our new owners are feeding off that. They're eating quality over that. Plus, you're debt free. That's the narrative. It's hard to it's wrong to compare Roman's reign and Boehly's reign, because Boehly wouldn't have the brand as big as it is if Roman weren't there. He'd have to work extra hard to do. So what Roman's done is just basically unbelievable. Like what Roman's done is just
back the managers, back the coaches, back the advisors, and try to reinvigorate the club with a new design. And that's Todd Boehly's approach. And he feels that on the back of that, commercial partners will be prepared to pay more money. Chelsea have sponsorship deals coming up for renewal, and they'll be able to leverage on the back of that.
How should Chelsea fans listening to us this morning, and they're all getting in touch this morning, so too Arsenal fans, Kieran, specifically Chelsea, if they take a step back, they were extremely nervous when Abramovich left the building and indeed left the country. seemingly for good. So how should they view this American ownership?
It's a high risk, potentially high reward strategy. If the players that have been recruited increase in value, then Chelsea have the benefit of having them locked into long contracts on wages structures, which they will have certain step ups, but they will probably be cheaper than having to go out into the market or 3 or 4 years. If it comes off, Todd Boehly will be hailed a genius. If it doesn't, it's going to create a huge anchor going forwards, because what happens if you've got these players on £6 or £7 million a year contracts who can't get the same money elsewhere? You know, they'll be quite happy sitting at home playing on their Xbox rather than moving to another club.
Yeah, but the difference is that you got to look at the players we're buying. We're not buying Bakayokos. We're not buying these players Drinkwaters. These players we've had on these contracts, Batshuayi, that we can't get off our books. We're buying players that are properly sought after, you know. We're buying young players. We bought a young Brazilian, Andre Santos, who everyone in football wanted. They probably tried to get Endrick, you know, and he ended up going Real Madrid. Most of these Brazilians do go there. And then you got Gusto, young French player. We've got in Felix, young player. We've got Mudryk, Noni. You know, we're buying real talents that are only going to get better. Like, you can tell that they got a lot in their locker, and they stand out. You put them in most teams, they will stand out, and that's the difference. I think they have got a good scouting network, or they're getting advised properly right now. But that's unfair on Tuchel, because when Tuchel was in charge, we didn't have that in place. We didn't have Derek Vivell and Win Stanley. We didn't have the scouting set up, because we didn't have the chance to set it up. The ownership couldn't get the chance to set it up, because the sanctions only happened like a month before. You know, the ownership of the club is very quick transition, but they were doing too much too quickly, and that's what I'm saying. We lost Tuchel because I think Tuchel didn't agree with certain things, and we know the story, and I know certain things what happened. And I get it, but it's a shame that Tuchel isn't the guy to sort of lead us on like that, because I think he's just so elite, whereas Potter has to prove himself, and we're going to trust in the gaffer. That's cool, but the pressure's going to be on him, because you're buying all these top talents, you're buying some established and young. Potter's got to prove himself. And like I say, you know, when Tuchel came in, I was very sceptical. I love Super Frank. I love Frank Lampard. I wanted him to make it so bad and be given a chance. And Tuchel came in. I got pissed off with that FA Cup final, because I was like, we should have won it. And you're an elite manager. You should go and win it. Yeah. You should know how to manage it. You shouldn't lose to fucking Leicester. And then I was like, we'll win the Champions League. And he went and won the Champions League. And it's like, when you win those trophies, when you see development and you see progress, you earn the supporters' trust. You earn the trust, and that's the thing. Potter's got to earn our trust. You can back him, but don't back him blindly. You know, you can't back him blindly. He's on a long contract as well. Let's not forget, Potter's on a 7-year contract, guys. He's on a long contract. It's not just the players. So this is a real project. But to me, I don't want it just be 10-year project and then, oh yeah, we're going to cash in now. We're going to sell the players. We're going to make our money. And we're going to sell the club, because that can happen. That can happen. You know, let's see what happens with the ownership. The proof's in the pudding. I'm not going to get thrown away with this whole we're absolutely going in the market, and we should be going in the market. But in the day, we have to see what it's like in 4 or 5 years. What have we won? You know, you got to weigh it up. Have they made the right decisions? You know, these are big things, big things. But I'm very confident and very optimistic, guys. Do you know what I mean? And that's the way we should all. That's how our thought process should be, guys. 100%. And yeah, great point, John. A lot of these long contracts are not on mega wages. That's the difference. If you look at Sterling, he's on a 5-year deal, 300 grand. All right. You got Koulibaly on a 3-year deal, 300 grand or close to. But they're buying the younger players, and they're getting them on lower wage structure. They're lowering the wage structure, so it allows your spending to go up. It allows you to go and buy an Mbappe, for example, a Declan Rice, or whoever it is, a Bellingham at big money, because your wage is at a certain way. So you might have said, you know what? We've got Mudryk on 95 grand a week when he was earning 3 grand a week. That's a massive jump for him. He's cool, yeah. But he'll get to a point where Mudryk will be balling, and he'll say, actually, no, I want what he's got, yeah. Like Mason Mount, I want what he's got. I've delivered, yeah. And these young players have been instilled by the ownership. It's performance based. You perform, you win us trophies, you'll get rewarded. You know, that's the kind of mentality there. Whereas in football, it don't really work like that. It's like, you want this player, you want to sign me, you got to pay me the big money, irrespective of performance. I don't performance bonuses in my contract. Yeah, this is the difference. And I think Bowley's going to find. I think they'll find it hard when they try and buy an Mbappe and try and fob him off on performance-based bonuses. He's going to laugh at them. He's going to laugh at them. You know, you have to do it with the right players, is what I'm saying. You can't do it with all players. This structure will only apply to the younger players that you're signing up, that you want to get them on a long contract, and it works out on the books. But you can't get away with it all the time. That's what I'm saying, mate. Yeah, up the Chelsea, up Mills FC. I'm happy with what we've heard there. I think that's enough. When it comes to Talk Sport, at least they get some things right. Whereas Sky Sports shocking today, but you know, it is what it is. Big up to Johnny Land, the Soup Minerals. Let's have it right. Well said, mate. Well said. You know, let's have it right. But we land the Minerals, mate. This is what the Minerals FC is about. We dissect stuff. We look at stuff. We try and we build the story, the picture. We understand it. This is the way I look at it. I'm looking at the club. Look, I'm not naive to sort of say, oh yeah, these American owners are just coming in because they love Chelsea and they just want to win us titles. No, they're there to make money. You know, they've invested a lot of money in buying the club. They want to make money. It's different to Roman, is what I'm saying. The Roman era is different to now, because without Roman, you don't have this now. You don't have this this next level we can go to. And these owners are prepared to take us to that next level, but they have to be very careful with how they see football, how they want to structure it, because not everything they're going to want to do is going to work. A model from baseball ain't necessarily going to work in the world of football, because it's not just your club. You're dealing with every other club in Europe that don't work like that. So why are they going to work on your terms? They're going to just say, piss off. No, we work like this. This is how we do it. Roman, on the other hand, he was buying it as a toy. It was just for fun. But because of him and his childhood, growing up, and everything, if you know about Roman, yeah, and how he's a self-made billionaire, and then obviously amongst the elites now, as he got bigger and bigger at a young age, yeah, he bought the club, and to some extent, yeah, it's about image. It's about hello, boys and girls. This is who I am. A man of very few words, because he doesn't need to speak. And this is another thing. Bowley's was very vocal at the start. A lot of brown envelopes handed out to the journos to push out this whole narrative of I'm the daddy and this and that, and that's all good. But Roman didn't have to do that. You see, if you notice the difference now, Bowley does it, but the one that doesn't do it is Eghbali. You don't hear nothing come out of Eghbali. But Eghbali, for me, is the one really who is pulling the strings with Clearlake. He's got ties with the Newcastle lady, yeah. He's I think he's married to her. Let's have it right. So it's like you've got to look. Bowley's that face, and commercially it suits. He's good, but Iqbali don't say nothing. The ones that don't speak are the ones that you get what I'm saying. The ones that don't speak, you be very, very, very wary of them. And Iqbali and Roman are they don't speak. They don't say nothing. And Roman didn't have to say anything. He just acted. He did. He landed it, right? But he had a lot more work to do with Chelsea than Bowley has and Iqbali. So they're in a very strong position. They've also got a debt-free club. They're even stronger. Name me businesses you go and buy that are debt-free, you know, that are available, that are there to be sold. Very rare. Most businesses you take a pun, you look at it and go, actually, no, I can envision maybe taking this to next levels. There's a market here. There's money to be made here, but I've got to invest. I've got to reinvest to get bigger and get it to that level. With Chelsea, you don't have to do that. It's like a gold mine. You know what I mean? It's what I'm saying. All the rivals thought we were finished. We were done out here. We're not. We're absolutely not. We're going even bigger. And it's also down to the players. It's down to the gaffer. You know, you've got to instill that mentality. You've got to continue that ambition and not accept losing games after game, no matter the situation. Never die attitude. Fight for the badge. Understand the value, what it means to play for Chelsea. You need all these things. You know, this is a given. It's a fundamental, just a basic. And we have to see that. And we have to see we're in big transition. I'm very excited. And I'm liking what we're signing, but I just want to see with time to make like my absolute mind up on everything, because I'm sort of on the fence a little bit. That's just the way I am. Doesn't mean everyone else is like that, but with the ownership, I'm a little bit on the fence. I think what they're doing is incredible. It's absolutely incredible, and spend the money, but let's understand why they can do that, you know, and not take that context away from it, because that's a big part of the reason why. And also, you know, the fact that Roman put us a 10-year Glazer clause with these new ownership is elite. It tells you that he's saying, you want to buy my club, you have to make it even bigger than what it is, and I want it to be the best, and therefore you can't take a dime, a penny, a dollar, a pound, nothing out of this club for 10 years until you take it right to the very top and keep it there. And this is what I want to see, how they're going to do it. Yeah, how they're going to do it. It's not, their model's not going to suit every single player, every single manager. You know, you have to be a bit like a chameleon in that sense of adaptation. And they're wise enough. They're billionaires. They're not stupid. They know what they're doing, guys. They know what they're doing. But I'm just wary. Like, I don't want to just get sold, man. In 10 years, they just sell us on. Do you know what I mean? Big up to everyone in here. What was he saying? Someone said Enzo's put something out. I didn't even know he's on Twitter. Why didn't we give him? I don't understand this. He's got Enzo Fernandez on his Twitter, right? Why didn't we give him the number 13 shirt? Why didn't we give him the number 13? Big up to Louis in here. Here he is. Here it is, guys. A dream come true. Come on, Enzo. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Enzo. Look at that. What a player, man. What a player. He's so happy to be at Chelsea. You know, this is what I love, mate. I absolutely love this. Love this. Big up Trevor in here. Big up Blue Line Orbital. It's not just about just the money, but the time they are investing in Chelsea. Exactly. It's the time length. It's his longevity. Yeah, exactly. Then doesn't mean billion. Listen, no billionaires are saint, guys. No billionaires are saint. Just remember that. They're just elite at business. They're sharks. And that's the reality, guys. That's the reality. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. We've got this player. He's on socials. Obviously, I didn't even know he was on Twitter. I follow him on Instagram, but not on Twitter. I didn't know he was on Twitter. But he was. That's just epic, mate. We love it, guys. We love it. We've got this player now. I can't wait to watch him. Can't wait. Can't wait to watch him. What a baller. So, guys, listen. Smash that like button. Let's get as many likes as possible. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 5K, guys. 5K we're on the road to. I wanted to bring up that video of Thingy. What's his name? Here we go. We got to bring this up. Let's mud this guy. Let's mud him. Where is it? All right, let's bring this up. Is that true, Blue Star? Because I expected this. There was no chance that the 2.5 billion or the 1.5 billion that Roman wiped off was going to go to Ukraine. Yeah. They just fucking robbed our club. And I said it from day one. They've robbed us. Literally robbed us. Stripped us of our owner illegally. And I stand by it. And it's corrupt as you like. Corrupt as you like. Another Epstein Island job, mate. Yeah. You got them Roths running the world, mate. But it is what it is. Guys, let's mud this guy. Let's mud this guy because he's... Listen, his veneers are taken out. They've gone to his head. The veneers have gone to his head. But let's bring this up because I've not actually watched this. I haven't watched it.
Did you care, really, when Roman Abramovich came to Chelsea? Did anybody really care? Did anybody really care when Newcastle got taken over? So, do supporters really care? That's the question. So, but it's pretty obvious. I think it's pretty obvious where the money is coming from. So it's like everybody knew it, but we accepted it. That's our.
Where's it coming from, Jurgen? Where's it coming from? Tell me. Where's all Roman's money gone? You want to talk about the money he's been robbed of? No. You just want to talk about where it comes from. Well, where's it come from? What about your American owners? FSG. Where's it come from?
Our fault. That's a society fault.
Spending over the last 6 months has been on an unprecedented scale. Does it start to show how competitive the race just for the top four has become?
Yeah, we'll get probably even worse or better. I don't know exactly how you want to say it. Yeah, interesting. I cannot explain it. I have no idea. So, but if the numbers are somehow true, then it's impressive.
Tomorrow we could obviously see the Ukrainian international Hayo Madrid start. Do you know much about him? What do you expect?
Good player. He's a really good player. The wingers obviously played an incredible Champions League campaign with his former club. So speed,
right.
Technique, goals. Yeah, combines a lot. Yeah. So having him on one wing and, for example, Joao Felix on the other.
Let's have it right, guys. He's wetting himself. He's absolutely wetting himself. João Felix on one side, Mudryk on the other side, sticking a Minerals mount behind, Enzo Fernandez, and then you've got an Nkunku and Kai as well in the middle. Let's have it right. We're landing it, bruv. This guy's wetting himself. He knows. He's done out there. Dippers are done. Literally, he's begging for that. Everyone wants to be Chelsea, mate.
Interesting. So Chelsea obviously sorts the problems differently to us.
Sorts the problems differently. What? How much home growth youth you got, Klopp? You ain't got as many as Chelsea. Sort the problem how? He doesn't know what to say, man. Listen, it's all agenda. It suits them. Do you know how much prop that Liverpool get as a football club compared to Chelsea? It's sickening, mate. Absolutely sickening. Shocking. Yeah. Ask them how they do it. How do you do it? Yeah. What about you lot? Yeah, you go and buy players. Yeah, you buy them at a reasonable price, whatever. We've actually bought some players on very reasonable transfer fees. It's just the most sought after players are big money. It's just the way it goes. What about them lot paying, what was it, 85 million for Nunes? Was it? Yeah. What about that? What about you lot, how you run your club, letting Mane go for absolutely nothing? Shocker. Anyway.
Bowley, the Chelsea owner, has said he favours a north-south all-star game in English football like they have in the NBA. Just given that
he doesn't hesitate. He doesn't wait long. Oh, great. When he finds a date for that, he can call me.
I have, I think, 6,000 press conferences at Liverpool. And you were pretty much part of 5,999 in different seats, obviously, but you were always there. If you want to ride or whatever, today you don't ride, today you just record, but come on. Now I have to tell you again the money story. Did you care, really, when Roman Abramovich came to Chelsea?
Everyone cared. Everyone wet themselves. Everyone was thinking, who's this guy? How much money is he going to spend? Then they see all the money being spent. It's just like we're built different. We are built different. London, I'll tell you this now. London, the is like an addiction. It's a gold mine. Yeah, London. You compare London to Manchester. Yeah, you say all these world-class players. You get to come and live in London, or you get to live in Manchester, or Liverpool, or Newcastle, or up north. Yeah, London is where it's at, mate. London is the city where people travel all around the world to go to. That's the pulling. That's the pull. And then on top of that, you're the most elite club in London. It's even more pull. It's not even just about money nowadays. It's also about lifestyle. These footballers look at lifestyle, and I know where I would want to live if you talk about in context to living in Manchester or Liverpool. No disrespect, but I mean it ain't London. London's like elite. London's the main attraction of the UK. It's where everyone goes to. So we are that club, and not only that are we just in London. We're in the richest part of London. Yeah. We are in the richest part of London, the best city in the world. So that is an attraction in itself. But no, we'll dismiss that. It's just Chelsea. Yeah, it's just Chelsea. No, up the Chelsea. Yeah, up the Chelsea all day long. All day long. Big up to everyone in here. Klopp's in the trenches. Big up. 100%. You can see he's rattled. Potter's got to make this click, and we want to see this beautiful football. That's what he's there for. So we need to see that. Be wary of what Pep says. He didn't speak anything of any sort of praise when the way he's talking about Frank Lampard and Graham Potter. He didn't speak about that about Tuchel. So I don't take everything Pep Guardiola says. But Guardiola has got, he's that benchmark in that sense. He's delivering. But he's also spent how much money? How much money has he spent? 500 million on a defence. You know, let's see what Potter's going to land, guys. But I'm very excited, and Enzo's been announced. Ziyech is sad, but it is what it is. He wanted to leave, and now he's pissed because he knows that we all know that he wanted to leave. He's prepared. He's ready to. He flew out to PSG, didn't he? He flew out to Paris, so he's pissed. How's Potter going to handle that? He's got to get the backing from the owners to say, "All right, just leave him. We'll get rid of him in the summer, and we'll loan him out, whatever it takes." You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Guys, if you're new in here, smash to pieces the like button and subscribe, guys. We're very close to the 5K. Very important, guys. We're almost there. We're literally about 50 odd away or something from hitting 5K. Monumental. It is what it is. Guys, big up to every single one of you in here. Big up to Stretters. I'll see you in here, geezer. You're buzzing because you're going to Wembley. Big up to everyone in here. Guys, smash that subscribe button. We're so close to 5K. It's a milestone for me. It's fantastic. Big up to croissant waffle Ziyech. Mate. Colgate merchant. I like that. Colgate merchant. He is though, isn't he, Klopp? He is. So anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Big up to every single one of you in here, as always. Landon Minerals, supporting the channel. And please put your comments down below at the end of the show, man. Put your comments down. Whatever you want to say it. It's been a bit like it's gone down. It's very important to see what you say in the comments, guys. So as always, guys, like I say, as Johnny's saying there, let's have it right. Well, Chelsea's the biggest club in London. We're going to be the biggest club in the world at this rate. Literally, we're taking over. So, guys, hold your heads up high. Support the Chelsea. Be positive, and we're going to look forward to this. We really are. So, anyway, big up to every single one of you. Like, subscribe, hit notifications. Big up to all my members. Big up to everyone supporting in the chat, everyone watching. You know the deal. Keep winning, guys. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC.
Oi, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.